Hello. I don't think I've ever had my hair up on here before, but my exams are over! They're officially over. I'm officially done with exams. And I shouldn't even be too excited, because that was just midterms. We're still gonna have, the real thing. The real exam, the final semester exam. Final exam of the semester. So I shouldn't even be that excited, but girl, I feel like I've gone through hell and back for this. Yesterday, my grandmother had some friends over, so I couldn't actually study that well. It was 5 to 6 p.m. at that time, and I just got back from my Sunday Japanese school, and which I have to talk about, by the way. I have to fucking talk about, but my grandmother, again, had friends over. I couldn't study, and I was getting frustrated in myself because I had to sleep soon. So I was just like, what if I just sleep now? Wake up at 12 a.m. and study until the time that I have to go to school. Admittedly was not my best idea. That's why I have such apparent eye bags today, because I had actually gotten up at 12 a.m. and studied until 6. I thought I'd have more time. Or no, I just thought I had time because it's 6 hours, but no. I was able to cover everything, but not in a I've completely memorized everything type of way, because the way that I don't understand. Well, I do understand things, but that's when I was in Philippines. I don't understand things because now I'm in Japan and I don't understand the goddamn language. So I don't understand things, but instead I memorized things, and I wasn't able to completely memorize everything, and that completely fucked me over for my first exam, because I thought there was gonna be multiple choices, because all the other teachers had been so nice and generous to us and gave us multiple choices, or at least put the choices at the very below of the paper, at the very bottom of the paper. I thought I'd have that for my first exam, but no. First exam was social studies, I guess. Social studies that's both in the past and also from the present. I almost said future. So yeah, but then the second exam I loved because every question had multiple choice answer, and I love that. I think I was going crazy from I was going delirious from the lack of sleep. I still haven't slept by the way. That's why my grammar's kind of off, but I was going a bit crazy, I think, during the second exam, because I was laughing at myself. I was laughing to myself the whole time. I think the people behind me thought I was crazy. They didn't point it out, but I do think they think I was crazy, because that was weird. That was weird, yeah. So exams are finally done. Midterms, at least. Tomorrow, this was a sudden decision, but there's no classes tomorrow, so you know what my family decided to do? They decided that it would be best to go to Osaka and go to Universal Studios. By the way, I've never been to Universal Studios. I have dreamed about it when I was a child. I was so jealous of my brother that one time when he finally got to go to Universal Studios and he didn't go. He went without me, basically. And I always kind of was thinking I'm gonna reserve this Universal Studios experience for something very special. Maybe I'll go there with a special someone. So that's out of the door, I guess. I'm just going now. The thing is, I probably won't even go on much rides because I'm going with old people and I'm young and not weak in the heart. So do you get what I mean? But I don't know. I just hope to get a lot of pictures. I already planned my outfit, or at least I think I have planned my outfit. I hope it turns out great. Anyways, I have to talk about Japanese classes for literally even just for a second. I don't know if I've talked about it before. I literally can't remember, but there's this girl in my Japanese classes who is completely and utterly my type. Fucking gnarly. Sorry, that was weird, that was cringe. Anyway, she's completely my type. And throughout 3, 2, 1, throughout the sessions that I have gone to every Sunday, I learned that she's Chinese. But I also learned that she has this friend who she's really close to who looks like she might be her girlfriend. I don't know, maybe it's just straight girls being straight girls, but I hope she doesn't have a girlfriend. I'm recording this again after I already recorded this recording because I forgot to mention the point why I fucking brought that up. I realized that she was Chinese, right? And then I realized she had a friend that was also Chinese. And then I realized they both had another friend who was also Chinese. I was reminded of a certain Chinese friend I had in my old school, in my last school, who coincidentally also has a lot of Chinese friends in the area. Get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? I swore to myself I would never talk to her again after graduation because she was a bit, but so I told myself I'm never gonna talk to that girl ever again. It just drains me. Guess who started talking to her again? In the slight chance that maybe, just maybe, they're friends. I honestly think they're friends. I don't know if I made it up in my brain, but I have this memory of her saying that she knew a gay person, but she said, oh, but she doesn't speak English. So then we just brushed it off. Why did I brush it off? Sorry. Why did I brush it off? I don't know. Again, I don't know if I made up that memory up in my head. So, anyways, that's okay, bye. I literally, apart from that, have no love life. I had a lot of situationships and shit in the past. It's all in the past. I only recently realized, only 2 years ago, or maybe a year, no, not even 2 years ago, a year ago, last year, I realized how bad these situationships are for me, because I kind of learned that, hey, I'm not able to form an actual meaningful connection, and I'm labeling these things that are so little. I'm labeling these very not love things as love, and it's fucking up my perception of love. So therefore, the way I love now is completely not love, and I realized I don't really know how to love. In the end, I realized I don't know how to love properly. Correctly. There's no correct way to love, but there's at least a proper way to love, and I have not been doing that because ever since I was a little baby, I had been already getting into situations and relationships. Why? Because the Philippines sucks. Their culture is completely based around crush culture and shit. But not to diss on the Philippines, I love the Philippines. But yeah, ever since then, I put myself, not even since then, even before that, I put myself on a love life ban until I figure my shit out in my brain. And a year later, hey, I figured shit out in my brain. But why is it now that I am actively seeking out a relationship? I'm not getting it. Why is it now that I've matured and grown into a person, love isn't coming to me? Compared to when I didn't need it, I really didn't need it. Compared to when it was really bad for me, it was coming to me in waves like a flood. So I'm just a little bit confused about that, because why am I catching myself begging the universe for a girlfriend or a boyfriend? I really don't need to do all that. I feel I don't need to do all that, but I, regardless, am. Anyways, oh, let me just mention, in the days of my exam, I had been getting so delirious, I started gambling as a coping mechanism. So in Japan, there's these things called gachapons, and they're really common, I guess. Common? Is that the right way to describe it? It's a popular thing. I mean, it's a Japan thing. And there are gachapons literally in almost every mall or store you see. There's always going to be that little section just filled with gachapons. And when I first came to Japan, I didn't understand it. Now I do. Because I had been designing my carabiner, I found out it was pronounced carabiner. I'm never pronouncing carabiner. I'm pronouncing it carabiner. I don't care what any of you say. But I was looking for shit to put on my carabiner, and that's how I fell into a rabbit hole. I started gambling a lot. So that's a funny little thing I picked up, a funny little coping mechanism, if you will. But yeah, that's it. There's definitely more I want to talk about, but I don't have time. And also, I'll be in Osaka tomorrow, so I'm not really worried about anything else but that. Anyways, I hope you all are doing Well, if you guys left any comments, I'm sorry. I don't check the comments until my very next upload. Like when I'm uploading a video, that's when I check the comments on my previous video. Why? So that like before I record, I'm not really like biased on my like thoughts. I'm not really, because what if I get like a hate comment? Now my video is gonna be all sad and shit, you know? Anyways, hope you all are doing well. I guess I'll see you all in the next one, and I hope you have a good night. I'm sorry, I'm so ugly today. I did not put on makeup at all.